Hi guys, this is the first of a number of short videos on how to read architectural drawings. What I'm going to do is look at the site plan, then we'll look at the floor plans, we'll look at elevations, roof plans and sections. But to kick things off, I thought I would just explain the boundary bearings. Remember that the boundary is the legal line that defines the limits or the edges of our building block or our building allotment. Now in Australia, what we have is our surveyors will measure from a datum point on our land, and generally what they will do is when they are facing directly north, that is 0. That's regarded as 0 degrees, 0 minutes, 0 seconds. Remembering that there are 60 minutes in a degree and there are 60 seconds in a minute. Now to demonstrate this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line vertically up the page, and it doesn't really matter what the dimensions are there, but I'll just make it something like 5,000 millimeters. You can see and hit enter, and you can see down in the bottom right hand corner that's where the dimensions are down here. Okay, so the way the surveyor would set the land out is that they would look at the angle in relation to north. So basically what's going to happen here is I've moved my cursor up to the top end of the line there. I'll just shift it a little bit, and if I measure up here, you can see the green line. If I then click and I move to the right, heading off to the right, you'll see down the bottom corner here, my angle will be 90. I'll move it, turns red, it says 90. And I'll just click there, and I've got a guide there. So what I'll do is I'll draw a line, and that's going to be one of my boundaries. Okay, I'll hit escape, I'll go back to my protractor. Now, my next boundary is going to run to the south. But what I'll do as a surveyor, I'll measure from north and I'll measure around 180 degrees. And you'll see that down the bottom right hand corner. And I'll click there. And here's my boundary here. Now I'm going to take the next line down here somewhere so that I've got a bit of a skewed angle. So if I draw my boundary down here and click, I don't know what this angle is. So that's where the line's going to be. But what I need to do as a surveyor is I'm going to measure from here up and around, and we'll find out what that angle is. So you can see that that angle down the bottom right hand corner is 284.1 degrees. Okay, so our surveyor, that's how our surveyor will set out the site. They'll start from their benchmark or their datum point, wherever they've managed to make a mark in the concrete curb, and they'll measure north 90 degrees to the east, north 0 degrees to the east 90 degrees, directly to the south 180 degrees, and back to just above west northwest, in this case at 284.1 degrees. So what we'll do now is we'll have a look at a set of drawings that have got a simple little house on them, a uniform fall across the site, and they don't have bearings on them, but the drawings do have other boundary dimensions, and there's general dimensions for the house itself. Then we'll move on to something a bit more complicated.